my name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan. And today we're continuing our video series designed to educate and inform the public, so please subscribe to our channel. Are there ways to save money in a divorce or custody case? Are there cost-effective maneuvers that can be put in place? It's very interesting. People will sometimes call and ask that question. How can I save money in my divorce? How can I save money in the custody case, presuming that there is such a way? Well, I will say this. There's no specific rule of thumb that can be followed with respect to how much such a case will cost versus how much one can save by doing certain things. But I'm going to give you some tips on certain things that I've seen go on in cases which do lower the costs. Number one, in every single legal matter, there's legwork. It's typical that there are things that have to be filed. There are files that have to be retrieved from another office, from an archive somewhere, from a courthouse. Sometimes there's police reports that have to be gotten from multiple police departments. You can have your attorney dig up all of that stuff. But remember, you're going to be charged at the rate specified in your retainer agreement. That could be $400 an hour. It could very well be something where it might take the attorney several hours to go down, get the police report, wait till they pull it out, wait online, all that. Or it could be something that you yourself could do. Now you could say, well, I hired a lawyer. Why should I do it? Why should you do it? Because the money that you spent on your lawyer should probably best be saved for research, writing, motions before the court, in-court proceedings, argument, trial. That's where you want your money to best go. Things that you can't do. Things that you can do, though, you might tell your lawyer, look, I want to try and be cost effective. So if there's any at all legwork of any type that you want done, give me a call. I might say, look, I can't do it. In which case the lawyer and his staff will do it. But one way to save money is to consider that possibility. Another way to save money is to be judicious about communication. Now, it's very, very important to understand what I mean by that. Lawyers, their stock in trade isn't hardwood floors or television sets or pairs of pants. It's not what we engage in commerce in those things. Our stock in trade is communication. What we have with clients is our consultation and our guidance. That's the main thing. Lawyers charge for that communication. Now, when we pick up the phone and we call a client, we know that we're telling them, we have court tomorrow, this is what you need to do, don't forget to bring that, let's go over this is tomorrow's strategy. We have a notion of why we're calling and what the importance of what we're doing is. Generally speaking, lawyers are not going to call you just to shoot the ball. Lawyers, are good, especially good ones, are unbelievably busy. They don't have a moment to have a cup of coffee, let alone sit there and chit-chat with you. But it's a good thing because it means when they call, it's serious business. On the flip side, when you call your lawyer has no idea what it's about. If it's responsive or something substantive, of course, you should certainly feel that that's money well spent. But if you're calling to complain about your ex, what a terrible guy he is, you're calling to say that your wife did this, your wife did that, if it's not unbelievably substantive, that's a call you should probably make to your buddy or to a bartender or talk to a therapist about it. Talking to your lawyer about that is a very, very expensive luxury because your lawyer is duty-bound to take that call, to listen to you, to be courteous to you, and you're going to get billed for it. And if at one point in time you're going to say, I can't believe they billed me for talking about what my kid did in school. If you can't believe you're going to be billed for it, that's a conversation you shouldn't have had. Because the lawyer's malpractice coverage requires them to be attentive to communication, be it by phone, written communication, email, all of these things. So here's a great tip to save money. Be judicious about your communication, about how much of it you have with the lawyer, and about whether or not it should be communication with the lawyer at all. If you want to tell a couple of cute things to your lawyer just as context, that's fine. That's no big deal. But if you're going to take and consume a lot of your lawyer's time on things that he doesn't really need to know, things that she could do without and still represent you, those are things you should tell to your buddy or a relative or your mother. Don't tell those to your lawyer because it's a very, very expensive luxury. You want to keep your costs down? Be judicious about your communication. Tell your lawyer what you need to tell him. Ask yourself this question before you make that call. Am I going to mind being billed for the subject matter that I'm about to share with my lawyer? If the answer is yes, don't make that call. Don't make it. Call somebody else. Call a relative. Call a friend. Go to a club and have a drink. Tell the bartender. Don't tell it to your lawyer. It becomes very, very expensive to do so. So I think when you look at ways that you can save money, be judicious about your communication. And I think if you do that and offer to do some legwork, those are things that I think will really help you keep the bill down as low as humanly possible. If you have questions about that, reach out and we'll be glad to help you out.